fabulous record that Brian Lara has. His 19th Test century scored last week in Guyana. Can he make it 20 over the next 3 or 4 hours?
Well, Lara was in two minds there. He was just on the back foot. You'd thought that he was going to go into the hook shot. There are two men out there. That would have flashed through his mind. And he took the blow. Almost like a right cross to the body.
And that's the problem with somebody of Brett Lee's pace. Even though Brian Lara's quite able to camp on the back foot and look to play the crossbat shot, he is bowling very quickly.
Yes, McGill was a little bit out of sorts, you might say, last game, but still got some wickets.
Two men out in the deep on the onside. Deep backward square leg, that's Brett Lee. And the man deep but in front of square, right out on the mid-wicket boundary. Well, he's been brought a touch squarer now. That's Jason Gillespie, still in front of square. Neither will get that.
No, that's what you call splitting the difference. Good man. I don't think there's too many better at picking the gap than Brian Lara. Knew exactly where they were. Forget about that one.
Inside edge, just going past off stump. That's a bit fortunate.
Well, that was almost curtains. Surely for Lara, they launched himself at this one. Tried to pummel the ball through cover. Wasn't to the pitch, but that's got to have gone horribly close to the stumps. Oh, it's missed by a little margin. Bickle thought he had the money there for a minute. Lara not to the pitch of the ball there, just getting a little carried away.
Over pitched and through. Justin Lana, the man at extra cover.
Well, I thought he had that cover. I think he should have. As much as he hit that well, it was at the fielder. Yeah, should have got that one in.
Yes, we are live here back here at the Queen's Park Oval, witnessing ball-by-ball commentary of the West Indies versus Australia. West Indies in reply to the Australians, 576 men of 84 for the loss of 2. We have Brian Lara and Darren Ganga, the wicket behind, most support of them, seeing that it's a young team and seeing that we are building. As David Ruther will say, we are rallying around the West Indies. We are there with our guys, hoping and wishing them all the best, and as we move on for the future. But we are challenging the Australians, and here we are, Brian Lara, lovely shot, and they're going for the run. There they are, and it's going to four. No, who's there? He's intercepting it. Beautiful interception, but the run's on, and they got 3 for that. Lovely. Well done, Brian Lara. Well done, Darren Ganga. You're all 8 points to the bottom of the card.
Well, I'm going to the Trini posse, spend some time with the Carib girls, and he can come up here. Not sure whether the biased aspect of the commentary would be fair, though, but just another genuine, passionate supporter. Didn't quite get it, Brian Lara. Tried to reach for it in the end. McGill to continue, this time to Lara. Full toss, 4 runs. Just a half a step out of the crease to make that into a guaranteed full toss, and then all it was a matter of doing was placing it. And one of the best 2 or 3 players in the world, he had no problems with that.
Look at the wrist work. Got to the pitch, and then delicate closing of the wrist, picking the gap. He knows where the gaps are. That's one of the reasons he's so good.
In the air, and that's all the way for 6. Straight into the Sir Leary Constantine stand in front of his home crowd. Yet to make a Test 100 in Trinidad. And the West Indies bring up their 100.
Fantastic shot. good use of the feet. Stuart McGill, a bit slow through the air. And this is signalling, well, some problems for Stuart McGill at least.
And again, it's gone to mid-on, and the same result. So boundary through mid-wicket, a 6 over mid-off, and a 6 over mid-on. And this is what McGill doesn't want to do, be bowling to left-handers. Quite happy that Shandapal and Jacobs aren't there. He's got some bloke called Lara at the other end trying to take him on.
This is why it was imperative that Brian Lara, and to a lesser extent Darren Ganga, survived the new ball onslaught. 16 runs in the over so far. Very good players of slow bowling.
Lovely striking of the ball. Not quite as far as the one over mid-off. An easier hit under normal circumstances, but the one over long off went a lot further. That pad has gone out now. He thought about it again for a little way and then stopped himself. You could see the back in the back lift go up and up and up, and he realised he wasn't quite there. Lovely square drive. He plays it so well, it's gone to the fence. Brett Lee won't get there. So the moment that Ian Bishop said he's bowling straight, he bowled full and wide. He could bet on that. And he placed it past the point.
Well, we spoke about Brian Lara starting off slowly and picking up the pace and the bounce of the pitch, building a foundation, and now he's starting to display his range of shots because he feels comfortable now, picking the gaps on both sides of the wicket.
You bowl a bit wider, it goes past point. You bowl a bit fuller, and it goes to mid-off. Ominous form, ominous signs again. Brian Lara showed that last week in Guyana, and in front of his home crowd, he has given them something to think about.
Well, folks, there was a time when Darren Ganga was on 29, Brian Lara was on 5. Now, this shot, probably the best shot that he's played, one hand off the bat at the last instant. Still hitting the middle of the bat. It's taken him to 48. He's accelerated.
Big shout, close. Was it going outside stump? The slip through was going up and up and up and up. And the finger didn't go up and up. Very close. Lara shuffles across his crease. That may what have saved him.
Well, I don't think any of the Australians were convinced that this was missing. It was a belated appeal. Might have gone past the off stump. I think it needed to straighten, and a big stride as well. But he knocked out in the minds of the umpire. Still maybe 5 or so feet to travel.
Half century in front of his home crowd. He'll get himself 2 easy runs. He may look for 3. Ganga certainly wants 3. And they get it quite comfortably as Gillespie throws it over to Badhold. But another half century to Brian Lara, and he has played again really well.
He certainly brought this crowd to life. Everyone appreciates it around the ground. And they back very well together, Ganga and Lara. We saw that in the first test match. Their communication is good, but how quickly he's blossomed after a slow start to his innings. Averaging 50 over his test match career.
The 3 to Brian Lara brought up the 100 partnership from just 116 balls. It really has been an acceleration in the last half an hour or so. These two put on 185 in the first test in Guyana, and they've already put on 100. Lara 52 of 64 balls. Ganga hasn't been slow either. He's faced the same number of balls for just 49, 3 short. There's his half century. Charge around. If Lee hits, he's very close. And will it go for overthrows? No. So a few hands in the head for the Australians. It must have been very, very close. He took off as soon as he hit it. And direct hit may well have made it a bit interesting, but he's got there because Brett Lee missed the stumps. So half centuries to both players in the same over.
Live the passion.
Get into the rhythm.
Passion.
Well, there's only one ball out, because that's 4. Just helped it on its way. Unusual for Bickle to bowl short on leg stump to a left-hander. All that to be fuller than short.
Well, we wondered when the West Indies were bowling how good this pitch was, and we all said we were going to find out when the Australians bowled. Brett Lee and Gillespie took early wickets, but since then it's been the Lara Ganga show, particularly Brian Lara. It's still a very good pitch, and if your discipline isn't right as a bowler, you're going to suffer. Australian bowlers have been suffering over the last half an hour, 40 minutes of the bat of Brian Lara.
Andy Bickle deciding to go around the wicket. Brian Lara really has been on song for the last little period of his innings. Sweet shot for 4. It went like a rocket. Lovely footwork to make that into a full toss. Then consecutive sixes, long off in the mirror image to bring up his 50. No ball called. And one big shout for LBW by the Australians. Well played. Lovely shot. He steered it between gully and second slip. The Australians may want to concede it was an outside edge, but when you're in this sort of form and you're the sort of player that Brian Lara is, you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Just seemed to be in control of it all the way, deliberately steering it into that vacant area.
Stuart McGill to continue to Ganga. He hasn't had a lot of the strike lately, but he doesn't need to have too much because he's going to hit that straight down the ground for 4. So the boundaries flowing now. 9 to Ganga, 8 plus 2 sixes to Brian Lara. And this partnership now worth 120 from just 135 balls.
Swept away and goes for another boundary. So 2 boundaries off the over. 1 off the first ball, 1 off the second. And the West Indies move on to 149 for 2, with Ganga moving to 59 and Lara 65. Gone after him, didn't quite get hold of it, but will go all the way for 4. So Lara decided not to let the hog settle. Raises the 150.
Got close enough, I think. Could also see that he was slightly inside the line of the ball with his body. Chipped, yes, but chipped down the leg stump line so that he could get it over the offside.
Lara's gone after him again. And he's gone all the way again. So he's not letting these spinners settle, Brian Lara. He's travelled on to 75 from 81 deliveries. His third 6, 159 for 2. Didn't handle that too well. Catch, they said. Lara didn't quite know where it had gone to. So surprised by a bouncer from Gillespie. Came from nowhere.
Just trying to ride it onto the onside, Brian Lara. You can see him just jumping there, trying to get on top of the ball. Ball hitting pretty high up on the bat and just lobbing out onto the offside.
Sweeping from off the stumps and 4. Lovely shot from Lara. He didn't pick the wrong one off the first delivery, but he got his foot there. That's how he got out for 100 in Guyana. He played a similar shot, missed the ball, and his bat hit the stumps. So the 150 partnership up between these two. They came in at 25 for 2. after Wavell Hines was caught brilliantly by Matthew Hayden at first slip off the bowling of Brett Lee. Lara goes to 84, Ganga on 66.
It's getting a similar look about it to the Australian innings, isn't it? 2 for not too many.
Punched away to Gillespie at backward square leg. 96 is Lara's highest score in front of his home crowd in 10 test matches. This is his 5th half century. And he might have hit Gilchrist with the bat, or Gilchrist might have been hit on the ankle with the ball. No problems there. The end of the 39th over, 177 for 2.
Well, I think it's got him on that knee spot, the one that kept Sandapol out of this match. Lucky it was a very keen follower of it, the Broncos in Brisbane.
And bowled him around his legs. So on the full, it's hit Lara on the full. Lara doesn't want to go yet. He wants to see whether the umpire's going to give him out. Gilchrist is telling Brian Lara what happened. And Lara said, I'm just waiting for the umpire to make the decision. Very rare for this situation to occur. It was a full toss. It went around his legs on the full. Now, whether it hit the stumps on the full, or does Lara believe it came off Gilchrist's pads? You wouldn't have thought so by the reaction of Adam Gilchrist.
Well, he's allowed to ask the question, and that's exactly what he's doing. He thought it was down leg side by the shot he played. But as you said before, David, Hogg getting a lot of spin. We're soon going to find out. Well, that's bowled in, has it? Around the leg. So Brian Lara would be disappointed in that. The Australians will be very relieved. That's a magic wicket for them at this stage. Lara doesn't get his 100 on this ground. Well, not in this innings anyway. There it is. Couple of overs to go, and he's been bowled around his legs. Top piece of bowling there from Hogg. Sensational wicket for Australia. Lara goes up for 91 of 120. So the crowd, they've got their entertainment today, but they'll be a little disappointed. They're stunned, some of them. So that, as I said before, he misses out on that Test 100 here at home. 183 for 3.
Well, he got dismissed by the sweep shot in the first Test match. Hogg bowling in Guyana now. Hogg getting him again. Hogg wouldn't dare just hit his bunny, but 100 in the first Test. 91, yet to get a century on his home ground. He'll get another chance tomorrow afternoon. It's Lara out for 91, 183 for 3. What a blow for the Australians, and what a blow for the West Indies. The champion batsman Brian Lara dismissed in the 90s. Around his legs again, the second consecutive test by Hogg. Lara didn't want to go. Gilchrist just ran past him. In fact, Gilchrist in the end went to Brian Lara to tell him what happened, but at that stage, Lara had asked the umpire to check it out. Very full, and it was the pace that beat him again. He really was concerned about the pace of Hogg with the turn that he was getting.
Well, I reckon he shut up shop too early, David. He was in such fine form 20 minutes ago. He's gone into his shell and just wasn't playing the shots he'd been playing. He just wasn't using his feet like he had been. Again, the pace of Hogg was the cause of that. But, gee, I don't reckon he wanted to go because he couldn't believe he